I'm on the outside.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Keith J. Bob. We're here with another discussion video. Today, as you usually tell by the title and the imitation front of you, we're going to be talking about Star Wars. This is my first Star Wars discussion video ever. And to first start off, we're going to be talking about my favorite and least favorite Star Wars movies. I'm going to be talking about from the worst to best. I'm also including every Star Wars movie, the 8 Star Wars movies that are currently out right now, I'm going to be talking about. So they're all on my list. So without further ado, let's just get right into this list. Coming in at number 8.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Coming in at number 8 is Star Wars Episode 2, The Attack of the Clones. Now, this is on the bottom of the list. Probably everyone else's list, but mostly, probably everyone else as well, because the reason why it's on the bottom of the list is because of the crappy dialogue. That's not it as well. Another thing I have is, confusing parts, which I don't understand. Like, you know how at the end of the movie, they fight Count Dooku and all, and they fight with their lightsabers and all, Why does Anakin have a green lightsaber? I don't understand that. Is that something that I missed? Because I haven't seen it in a long time, but I've seen it enough to be like, where did he get this? Did I miss a scene? That's something that I missed. And, that's probably, the only thing. Very few things that actually get, confuse me. Mostly, I do like it. I mean, I like all Star Wars movies. It's just that this one's just not, iconic enough, I guess. What's really set, nothing's really set that's really iconic, really, except the scene that you just saw before, which is Anakin saying, I don't like saying. That's the only thing that I found funny, a lot. Oh, yeah, their love scene. The love stuff, that's just bull crap, When I watched it when I was younger, I was like, why, what am I watching here? So, yeah, that's about it. With the love scene, and the green lightsaber, people tell me, where did you get that green lightsaber? Tell me, because I'd like to know. So, let's just go on with number 7. Coming in at number 7 is The Phantom Menace. And the reason why this is at number 7 is because of Jar Jar, mostly, because, he's different in a way, as the comic relief character, but he's annoying. But the reason why it's not, at the bottom, at number 8, because, I'm telling you a little story here, I actually had a really hard time deciphering what's going to be number 8 and number 7, because between Attack of the Clones and the Phantom Menace, which one's going to be last, which one's going to be second to last. So I officially made number 8 Attack of the Clones, because that was actually, I found that much more worse, but Phantom Menace could have been last, but then I watched it again, then I was like, I enjoyed it. Because if you laugh at what Jar Jar does, the movie's fine. The animation's fine. It's sort of a mix, it's the first Star Wars movie after the original trilogy, so it's somewhat, it's okay, I enjoyed it. It wasn't like, oh, I love it so much. No, I enjoyed it. So that's why, mostly, we did get a lot of good stuff, a fight scene at the end, that's good. Sort of it tied everything together, in a way, for the prequels, for this monstrosity. So, yeah, that's number 7. Don't know much to say, because I don't want to make everything negative, really, but the only negative thing is Jar Jar. Luckily, he stopped talking in the rest of the prequels, not being the center stage. But, well, let's just go on to number 6. And number 6 is Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. This is at number 6 because I didn't really like it that much. I enjoy it and all. It's just that when I walked out of the movie theater, I didn't have that good feeling inside. I sort of was a bit disappointed. Mostly because it was the movie that sort of brought back Star Wars and everyone was falling in love with it again. But I don't know what it is, because I saw Jurassic World in the movie theaters, and I got a happy feeling when I walked out of the theater, but I thought I'd get the same feeling as that, but I didn't. It wasn't because Han Solo died. That wasn't it at all. I did blur out, and I did sort of come back in the movie when they were in the forest, the snow forest and all, when they were fighting, but but yeah, I don't really know why I found this point. I think it's because they didn't answer enough questions, because they said questions and they didn't answer it. literally, even with like simple, all we know is that Kylo Ren's part of like the original crew, like their family members. That's all we know. Nothing else really. We don't know where Luke's lightsaber came from. I don't know why it's in Maz's castle. She could you even said for story from another time. Why don't you say it now? It takes you 5 seconds to say, oh yeah, in a location. Or say a riddle. Why you say it in another time? It literally takes you 5 seconds to say a location. Say, oh, I found this in blah blah blah. Or say a confusing riddle that everyone can just go on YouTube and just figure it out. That's all you need to say. But hopefully The Last Jedi will actually answer these questions that they set up. That's probably why I felt, disappointed when I walked out of the movie theater. Or, just because, Luke didn't even talk at all. He was right there. It's... whatever, I'm still happy that there's Star Wars movies coming out every year. So, let's go on to number 5.
It's a trap!
Number 5 is Return of the Jedi. And this is number 5 because it's the ending of the actual original trilogy. But it's at the lower part of the list because it wasn't, sort of didn't... I feel like it wasn't expected from a lot of people, to be honest. Like, when you look at it, you have, like, where it starts off, episode 4, then you have the dramatic, dark movie, which was episode 5, and what's the fall of that? Like, this, I guess, with Ewoks, and, the beginning part of the movie was fine and all. It's just, a lot of people don't like the Ewoks. Personally, for me, I like the Ewoks, but, sort of, I see the childish stuff, and, I don't see it from, like a market point of view. I see it as, like, a childish movie point of view, and, yeah. But, it's the Mark Organic trilogy, sort of, like, I go back to the dark stuff, So you have, like, this big movie that's, like, dark, like, in Empire Strikes Back, and what's, like, after a big show, what's coming after that big show? After a big act, that's the thing. Like, I think it was very hard for George Lucas and the team to create a movie to follow that. Because how are you supposed to make it, like, I don't see how they can make it, like, top that. And that thing is, it's not the weakest. Well, technically, I mean, it is the weakest of the 3, but it sort of marks the end off, So if you look at the beginning, it's good. The ending, good. Everything in the middle, meh, could have done better, but, the Ewoks are fine, I watched Video Star Convention, and, like, the narrator guy, he was, like, 11 years old when he was in the Ewok costume. Like, holy crap. Did not know that. So that's why, that number 5. Well, it's not going to be any lower, but that's just, it gave me a little bit of credibility that these people sort of still in the Star Wars business, even though they've only been in one movie, and it was, like, a long time ago. So, yeah, I like it. Now going to stuff that I'm going to say more positive things about, really. So, let's go into number 4. Here at number 4 is Rogue One. And this is number 4 because of the nostalgia that brings to being a solo film. Like, literally, so much is just added in that was just, felt like you were watching the original movie, but it was different. It was made, like, in 2016, and it felt like you were watching it like you were in 1977, which was the original film. So that's why it's number 4, because it's a nostalgia, and, only, like, downside is that, of course, all the characters die and all. Spoilers, should have said that before that, but, spoilers, all the characters die. And, they don't really build up the characters, mostly because of that. Which is still, like, that's still pretty good that they didn't, like, give too much character to every character, like, don't give too much characteristics to all the characters. So, that's why. So, even though some people are, like, very mad at this movie for whatever reason, being, like, it's not the same thing, but it's close, and that's what I like about it. Like, they add in CGI characters that are so almost realistic, like, it's couldn't tell the difference. And also, the ending as well is amazing. Sorry I can't show any clips, because I don't want the video being copyrighted and all, but damn, I wish I could show you it, but the ending is fantastic. This is why it's at number 4. But the reason why it's at number 4 is because it's not as good as the other 3 that are still on this, I still need to discuss about on this list. So let's just go on to number 3. Come 3 is the original Star Wars film, Episode 4, A New Hope. And this is number 3 because it's the classic. It's the original movie that started it all. It's a fantastic story. It's, literally, the purpose of this movie is to make you it's a silly story of space adventure. And this was before everything was actually formed, so everything's just fun, silly, everyone had fun making this. That's why it's number 3, because everyone just had a good time making this movie, and literally everyone had a good time. Everyone who watched it, which was mostly everyone in the 70s, or in the late 70s, watched it, had an amazing time. No one really had anything bad to say about it. It's just a movie that everyone had a good fun about. And I can't blame them. It's a story that is easy to follow, and it's actually, it's good. It's still good to this day. It's one of the most iconic movies. It's with all the other iconic movies out there, like The Wizard of Oz and The Godfather, and many, many more. I just can't name them all because I don't want to make this an hour long, but this video an hour long. But that's why it's on number 3, guys, because everyone had a good time making this. I can't say anything more because what else to say? Because I can't I don't want to describe the story because you all know what the story is. So it's just me boring me to tell the story. All I can say is that's a good, fun for all movie. So maybe I should just go to number 2 then. To speed this process up. So number 2.
No, I am your father.
Number 2 is The Empire Strikes Back. And this is number 2 on my list, and maybe it's shocking to you, but it's number 2 on my list because this is just, besides the original movie, it's actually an iconic movie as well. Because it's the words that you just saw, the clip that you just saw, "No, I am your father." That's the most iconic line out there, and that's why I it's just, people watch movies because of drama and the action that's in it. People don't like seeing, movies that don't have any action or drama that sort of drive the characters apart, and that's what this movie did do. It drove the characters apart into 2 separate, storylines, and it came back around all at the end, which I like. I like movies that sort of, well, I didn't like it when I was a kid, but now I do, so that's why it's number 2, because how much I like it now. But when I was a kid, I was like, well, I don't think it seems weird that they're not together, And another thing that I actually did find out is that, Han sort of was frozen in carbonite, that, but the last time they actually saw each other was on Hoth before the Battle of Hoth. That was the only time I saw him until 3 years later when he was frozen in carbonite. They met again, and it's I think we all I don't think anyone noticed that they haven't seen each other face to face in 3 years. That's weird. But anyway, let's go back to the list. Number 2 because it has so much drama and action, and it's just it made Star Wars to what it is today. Without The Empire Strikes Back, I don't think Star Wars would be that much iconic as it is now. I mean, this is after the original movie, so I guess it would have some sort of iconic pleasure in it, but not without this, it's not. So that's why it's number 2 on my list. So now, let's go on to number 1. The number 1 Star Wars story on my list is...
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
Revenge of the Sith is my number 1 choice. It's maybe surprised as to why you may hate me for this. Because this is a prequels movie, and it's on my number 1 list. It's because it combines 2 trilogies together. It starts off as the prequels that you all hate. I know you do. You hate the prequels. I know. Don't be ashamed of it. I know everyone hates prequels, but I don't because of this movie. And it combines the prequels, the beginning of it, and at the end of it, it's the original trilogy that you will all know and love. So that's why it's my number 1 list. And everything in between is just how it all played out, and it couldn't be done any better. And I feel like George Lucas made this movie, he was playing it for a long time, and I can't blame him why, because, it's sort of weird, because, you have Episode 1 and Episode 2. Episode 1's alright, it's okay, it's enjoyable. Episode 2 is tolerable, if you make past that, you're all good. But Episode 3, it's wow, is this a prequel movie? It is, but, as time moves along, I think people don't experience how good it is. I think they assume, since it's a prequels, it's not good. And it's also the last movie of the trilogy, so, is it bad? No, you can say, if you prequel here, it's be yeah, it's the end of the prequels. You should be excited because it's the end of the prequels. That's it. You never experience another prequel movie by George Lucas again. And we haven't, because now we did Rogue One, which was excellent, and you should all enjoy that. People are saying it's the most enjoyable prequel of that. But at the time, I feel before Rogue One, I feel Revenge of the Sith was the best prequel. but a lot of people didn't, like, I don't know why. It's not like, I don't know why a lot of people don't like Revenge of the Sith. I like it. It's an enjoyable movie. That's why it's number 1 on my list. Like I keep saying, it combines 2 trilogies together. That's all I can really say. So, without further ado, let's just end out the video. So, that's the Star Wars list that I have. Hopefully you think some of the places that I put these movies are correct. Others, I think, if you saw my way, you think they are. Even especially at number 1, Revenge of the Sith, you think that should be lowered down. You think Empire Strikes Back should be number 1. I understand. This is my personal opinion list. You can comment down below what list you have. And my question for you is, what do you think? Where do you think Last Jedi is going to be on my list or your list? Because depending on what it is now, of course, there's only a teaser trailer out and all, but I want to know what do you think it's going to be at? What do you think? Is Last Jedi going to be good? Is it going to be bad? What do you think? Where and what place it's going to be on your list? Or on my list even, like I said. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'm Keith Guy Bob, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye!